Hi, I'm with Key, the owner of this beautiful car, and he's gonna tell us a little bit about the history about this car, right?
Yeah, so this is the 2008 Mustang Bullitt. It was modeled after the Steve McQueen edition in 1968. There was a previous edition, there was a 2001 Mustang, which I did have that one. I sold it in April. And they just recently came out with a 2019 edition in honor of Steve McQueen this year.
Wow. So, and how many miles the car has?
So this car here has 14,000 miles on it. I'm the second owner. I bought it from the previous owner, Philippe, in Wisconsin. And he had the pleasure of doing some different items to it, like a supercharger on it.
Wow. And how much is the horsepower?
So it has 550 horsepower to the crank and about 482 horsepower to the rear wheels.
Wow. How big is the engine?
It's a 4.6 liter engine, but it has a Paxton supercharger on it now.
So can you tell us about the wheels?
Yeah, so the wheels are the aftermarket wheels by American Racing. These are torque thrust wheels. They are 18 by 9s, and the original Bullitt Mustang here in 08 came with 18 by 8s, and they had 23 by 50s. These now have 255 by 45s.
Yes. Is this the original car?
Yes, this is the original paint. Along with all Bullitt Mustangs, it's dark Highland green. So the 68 had it, as well as the 01 and the 08, and so does the 2019. In fact, it's the only way you can get the dark Highland green is in the Bullitt Edition Mustang. They don't put it on any other Mustang.
Have you won any awards?
Yes, I've won some regional awards, and we're here today hoping to take away the gold today.
Wow. So can we see the interior?
Yes. So the interior is a stock interior. You may notice there is a Steve McQueen Edition signature right here in the center console. That actually was purchased by the previous owner. It's one of 100 copies by the Chad McQueen and Terry McQueen Foundation. They licensed that, and that's number 55 of 100 right there.
Wow. Gorgeous car. What is this that you have here?
So this here is just some items that you can see. It has the Steve McQueen, the original movie poster, along with the certification of the Bullitt. That's a dyno showing that how much horsepower it has to the rear wheels. This is the original sticker, the window sticker that it had. And this is the Marti Report, which is important with every Mustang out there. It details the history and all the parts of the options and everything that the Mustang and where it stands in the pecking order. So if you look at this, this is one of 4,377 dark Highland green Mustangs that were made that year out of 109,000 Mustangs manufactured in 08.
So did you restore these cars? Or?
So it was new in 08, it was a stock car. The previous owner did the supercharger. What I did was on the outside. So we did louvers to make sure that it looked like the 1968 Mustang. We did the hood. If you notice the hood, it's from MRT. It's a great performance company. They manufactured 100 of these, and I was lucky enough to find this hood in Connecticut from a gentleman that never used it, and it actually was applied on the car this year. So that was one of the parts. On the front also, I have some retro style headlights that actually, if you notice, they don't have the plastic glass or plastic lens on it. So it gives it more of the 1968 retro style look. Most of the parts on this car, like the lenses and the lights, were purchased from American Muscle, which is a great source for Mustang parts around the area. The detailing, if you notice how nice the paint is, the detailing was done by Luminescence Detailing, a local place over there in Mundelein. It's a great place to get the car, and he's the one who restored it to how it looks like today.
Oh, yeah. What about the book?
So the book here, what this has is all the original documents on it since it was purchased. So it has the original owner. It has everything about it from it says Volo Museum, what's the value of it. It also has, this is what the hood looked like before I had it put on the car. So this is the way it came to me from the gentleman in Connecticut. In addition, it has everything that was done since then to it, the different parts. And then every article that's been done on the car, published in the past, there's copies of that in this book too, to try and make it a complete book.
Yeah, how many car shows?
So this is probably our 5th car show that we've been to. We did a lot of the BGV car shows, which is displaying here. It's like local Chicago car shows. But this is the first national car show that we've shown this car at.
Oh my God, wow, that's great. Any fun story? Any cool story about this car?
Well, I actually sold the 2001 Mustang in thinking that I wasn't going to buy another Mustang, and I kind of found this by accident. And it took me about 3 weeks to negotiate getting this Mustang from the gentleman up in Wisconsin. And so since then, been really lucky with it, and have just had fun restoring it. Putting new wheels and tires and all the different parts on it, putting different lights on the back of it. So we've had a really good time doing this, and we did use it to raise a lot of money for St. Jude Hospital. So the last, we were at the championship show for BGV. It came in second place among the judge competition and first place among the participants.
How's the car?
So the car is amazing to drive.
Yeah.
According to the 2001 car, was a little bit harder to shift than this one, and it was a little rougher ride. But this one has a different transmission, and it actually is smoother to drive and very quiet on the inside. Much similar to the 2019 that they have out today.
Do you have anything else to do to this car?
I am almost to the point where I can actually enjoy it. There is some retro style mirrors that I can use on here to go with the hood that also supplied by American Muscle. So my next step is to get those and get those painted. But other than that, the next thing I plan to do is enjoy it.
Yeah, right. Okay, and do you have anyone helping you with the car?
Yes, I wouldn't be able to purchase this car without my wife here.
Hi.
This is Tina Metters.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good.
Do you have anything to say about the car? How do you guys?
Besides, how wonderful the car is and he is and how much work he's put into it. Very proud. Very proud.
Investment, yes.
Yeah. But he's an investment too, so.
So you're going to keep him, huh?
I think I'll keep him,
You haven't signed anything yet.
Well,
All right.
Do you have other cars? Do you guys have other cars?
No, this is the only car we have right now. I think the dream car for us would be the 1968 Mustang.
Oh, okay.
So I think that would be a next step from this.
Okay, so and how's it judged?
So the car was judged. So it couldn't qualify for the Concourse edition because that's all stock cars. Concourse 2 means you had similar modifications, but you did it in the year that the car was made. This is street modification division. So this one, like aftermarket in 2012 and current. So they take 1,000 points and they look and they deduct from there based on how clean the car is, fitment, those kind of things. So it had a couple things wrong with the car, like oxidation on the brake line, just from normal use, and a scratch underneath the bumper. So we're expecting to get gold. So we'll see what happens around 3:30 today.
Okay, do you love your wife driver?
Yes, she loves to drive the car. In fact, I think she drives it faster than I do, to be quite honest.
That was great. All right, thank you so much.
Appreciate the time and sharing our car. So again, this is Keith and Tina Metters, and
Thank you.
Yeah,
we love
thank
Ford
you.
Mustangs.
Yeah, thank you.